Yeah, your feel-good breakfast show, serving breakfast the feel-good way on a Tuesday morning. Welcome back to it. Now, we all know that deciding where you're going to study and what bursaries to apply for can be a very, very exciting or daunting task. Now, three students who knew all this feeling all too well were David, Jason and Ben, who created Stoogle, a platform where students and parents they can find info on universities, degrees, financing studies, and everything else that you do need to know about varsities, which is exactly, I think, what is necessary right now. So, gentlemen, very good morning and welcome to the show. The first thing I need to ask is exactly where were you and what were you doing when you came up with the idea of Stoogle?
So this has basically been an evolving process over the past 4.5 years. Yeah. We started with a variety of other websites and different ideas, and it's really just evolved into Stoogle. So yeah, it just really was founded on the fact that we needed this when we were...
Were you friends at varsity?
We were, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in and out, kind of became friends near the end of varsity. But yeah, it was more just, you know, when we left high school and we went to university, we needed these things.
Yeah.
And they just weren't available. So we decided that we could create it and other people would use it because we needed it.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier on, you've heard of Google and Toogle, but tell me about Stoogle. It's a very interesting name. How'd you come up with it?
Well, it's actually, it's not actually from, you know, so originated from anything else. Bar the fact that one of our other founders, James Keyser, he brought an ad to our attention. I don't know if you know the Bulls ad where there's a guy fishing in the distance and these guys rock up in a bucky and they say,
Stoogle!
Hey, Dougal! Dougal! say!
Okay.
And I don't know, we were laughing about that and then we realized that, you know, a lot of matrics in this country are very, you know, they're in a position where they are kind of in an emergency, and so we figured it was a fitting name to throw to something that was going to help so many students in this country. So,
all right, very, very cool. And then also on the website, you not only give information about studying, but also advice on taking gap years. But of course, a lot of parents are very wary of that. So in what kind of situation would you advise parents to say to them, it's actually cool to allow your child to go on a gap year, this is what you need to do?
Well, I must say this is something that my family had a lot of trouble with. My brother took a gap year, and he didn't do much for the first half of the year. And in the second half of the year, he just got so involved in getting onto ambulances and learning about medicine. And now he's in 6th year medicine, and one of the top students too.
Wow.
But what we realized, and then I left matric and I was like, can I take a gap year? And she was like, no. So I didn't get the option, but I think it's more about thinking, because it's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
And I think it's more about thinking, take the gap year as a gap year. You need to learn and teach yourself and explore what you're going to do for your studies or after school.
Yeah.
So take the opportunity to do that, and not just, you know, go...
Clear your mind a little bit and set your goals and your life targets.
Don't waste your time on your gap year.
To quickly add to that, I think what we actually find is that most of our users, or most of our actively engaged users, are actually parents. Because parents are the ones that want to know how to finance their child's studies, and we cater, a lot of our content and stuff just caters towards parents.
Yeah.
It's always a case of like identifying the perfect target niche, but yeah, parents have a lot of value to gain from what we're doing.
Yeah, and speaking of which, the closing date for applications is now the 30th of September, I understand, right? So with that coming up, when should students be applying, or prospective students be applying, and what should they be wary of in that process?
Look, they should have been applying yesterday. No, in all seriousness, the application dates do end on the 30th of September, and I'm sure the students that know what they want to study already probably would have applied. Luckily for those that don't know what they want to do, we've got a fantastic website where they can research articles, they can get information that is tailored for them by students from students. So it's really tailored. They just need to put themselves in the perfect position to make a good decision about their future career.
Yeah.
So lots of research, get going on that process because they do close very shortly.
Yeah.
And just make sure that if you do enroll in a degree, you do it for your passion.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I'm hoping that if I buy shares in Stoogle now, that one day it'll be a blue-chip company, right?
Hopefully.
You're growing into that, you know. Thank you very much, gents, and good luck with the rest of the future of Stoogle. And of course, I mean, it's great to see young entrepreneurs in South Africa really pushing what I think is really, really important for young people, like you just said, to push their passion more than anything. And get those application forms in. 30th of September is closer than you think.